All right, ladies and gents, this Will here again at J-Tech. What's going on? Today what we'll be doing, we'll be shooting a video on how to troubleshoot a AC system. Here we got a trainer here. Thank you, J-Tech, for providing this for us. 1998 Audi A4 2.8. See, it's pretty much basic setup and let you know what your components is. It's your receiver dryer right here. That's your compressor. Clutch is in the front of it. Down here you got your condenser where it lets your hot air from out of your cabin, which your evaporator receives from the cabin. You know, all the hot air, you know, from when you're in the grocery store and stuff like that, and the temperature build up in your car. It goes into here to the evaporator. Then the moisture that's captured in there seeps into the ground out your car while the AC is running. You got your heater cord right here. Can't forget about him. Right here, your big line, you got your low pressure line. Small one, you got your high pressure line. I already got my lines hooked up. Right here, you got your, I know you can't see inside there, but that's your high pressure cutout switch. So when the temperature gets too hot, it tells these fans to cut on right in front of the condenser. So what you would want to do, first of all, if you're troubleshooting and you go to someone calls you or whatnot and they tell you that you're going to be troubleshooting the AC system, what you want to do first is your performance test. You want to turn all your knobs and whatnot on high, but I'm not going to do that right now because, you know, this is just a trainer. This is not an actual vehicle. Turn all your settings on high and run the vehicle to see exactly how cold the temperature is getting on the vehicle with the AC running. And if you're not getting anything, then what you want to do is reclaim all of the refrigerant and oil, gas out of the system, and then check for leaks or whatnot. So what I'm gonna do here, I got my trusty Mahle Arctic Pro HCX 1180H, and we're ready to go. I got my high and my low pressure lines hooked up. See that? I'm gonna go over here to recycle. Boom. Check oil drain level. Adjusting O-ring to top level. Continue. Now I'm gonna open up my lines. Once you see those needles start moving, you know you got action. And then I press start. Now, like I told you, I don't have it running right now because this is training. We don't really have to do that. But if you were going to do any repairs, like replace any lines that are leaking or whatnot, you will wait for it to recycle first. You wait for it to recycle first and reclaim all the refrigerant out of the system. Then you could break these lines, whether it be on your low pressure line or your high pressure line. Do whatever you need to do. Then you would charge the system back up, check for any leaks with nitrogen or dye, you know, what have you, whatever type of method you're using, whether it be nitrogen or dye. And if you don't have any leaks, then you'd be good to go to charge the system back up and you know, send the people on their way with the AC blowing ice cold. Thanks for joining us today, ladies and gents. While this goes on right quick, I'm not gonna play any elevator music for you, but you see it's gonna be about 5 minutes while we do that. I want to let you know the components or whatever like that. I'll be back in maybe an hour or two with another video to let you know how to charge the system back up. Thank you. All right, ladies and gents, what's going on? This Will here again at J-Tech. All right, we're back to our trusty air conditioner trainer provided by J-Tech. Shout out to J-Tech again. And I'm back here with my Mahle Arctic Pro HCX 1180H what we're in the process of doing, we're 3 minutes into the process of vacuuming the system. I got my trusted wrench here with my T45 on it. I broke the low pressure line, replaced the O-rings, that way you won't have any leaks when it's going into the compressor. Alright. And before you charge the system back up, I got my low pressure line here and my high pressure line. Before you charge the system back up, you want to vacuum the system out, get all of the air out of the lines before you shoot any refrigerant in there. That way you have a smooth transition from charging your system up, stabilizing it or whatnot. But I'm gonna give you a little rundown on how the components in your car or your truck work, or whatever you might be driving. Like when you turn your air conditioner on, you get in your car, you come out of Walmart or Piggly Wiggly, wherever you might have been, and it's hot in the car. Just make sure you don't leave the dog in there, or whatever, your kids or whatnot. It's hot in the car. You turn the air on. Boom. This contraption right here, this vent right here, is drawing the air out of the cabin of the vehicle, sending it right here to your evaporator. The evaporator is taking that hot air, transferring it to the refrigerant, turning that refrigerant into a liquid. It's coming down here, and it's going to release that hot air to the atmosphere through the condenser. That's what they call condensation. You know what I'm saying? So when the line's coming back up, the refrigerant's coming back up, and it's a liquid now, it's going to get trapped in the receiver drive. And it's an orifice tube in there which meters the flow from the receiver dryer to your compressor, because the compressor cannot compress liquid. It has to be a gas. So while it's doing that, it's a little bit of gas in the top, but mostly liquid at the bottom. But you got desiccant material inside of the receiver dryer that's absorbing the impurities or whatnot, or contaminants. So as the gas is running to the compressor, it compresses the gas and sends it to the high pressure line, which is why your high pressure line is much smaller. And as it compresses it, it sends it back through your vents, and voila, it's like magic. You got cold air in your car, which is really heat transfer. Heat can't be destroyed. It can only be transferred to a colder destination. But back to what we were doing here. You see, it's going to be a while. I'm just letting you know what's going on with the system right now. I'll probably be back in a minute to show you how to charge the system up. But I'm just giving you a rundown on it right now, let you know what we're doing right here in the shop. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gents. Don't take it easy. Thumbs up, baby.